A global coffee shortage. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee while you still can, because we may be facing a global coffee shortage thanks to the Suez Canal Blockage by Ever Given. This is very serious, guys. The Suez Canal Blockage could lead to a global shortage of oil, but coffee, if Ever Given stays stuck. Now let's jump over to one of my favorite websites, the Observatory of Economic Complexity. And here I've brought up the entry for coffee. And we can see, so in 2019, coffee was the world's 122nd most traded product with a total trade of 30 billion. And just think that 30 billion, that's nearly the size of Australia, or that Australia's tourism industry, guys. Global coffee trade. Between 18 and 19, the exports of coffee decreased 2.7% from 30.8 billion to 30 billion. Trading coffee represents 0.17% of the world trade. So in 2019, the top coffee exporters were Brazil at 4.72 billion, Vietnam at 2.39, Colombia, Germany, and Switzerland. So the top importers of coffee were United States, Germany, France, Italy, and Belgium. Now, Australia, we have quite an espresso culture, thanks to a lot of the Europeans that migrated over here. You can really get a good coffee in certain parts of Australia. Compared to other countries, you can't quite get a nice coffee. So what I've done here is I've selected Australia. Now, we represent 1.43% of global coffee imports, at least at the time of this data, and we can see where our coffee is coming from. We've got a lot coming from Switzerland, Germany, Italy, France, all of this European coffee. I would argue that would probably be going through the canal. You've got stuff coming from Brazil and Colombia. The Asian stuff, that should still be good. And here you got, Honduras, Nicaragua, Papua New Guinea is 4.38%, and Ethiopia is 3.76%. Let's just click on PNG. There we go. Look at where they're sending all their coffee as well. That's interesting. Now, coffee, the economic complexity, the product complexity of it is negative 1.63, so it's ranked 904 out of 961. So it's not that complex a product. We can see here the exporters of coffee who's growing, the importers who are growing and decreasing. We can see here the share of coffee exports. Brazil are the biggest. Trading. Are we even on here? Let's have a look. Oceania. Oh, there you go. Papua New Guinea, other. PNG, there you have it. And let's jump here to the marine traffic. We can see the Ever Given is still stuck. 5 hours ago, it was sitting there. And if we zoom right out, we can see a bottleneck of ships appearing here in the south. And wow, look at that in the north. People are waiting. This is going to start taking a toll. Now, if we zoom further out, we can scroll down right here and we can see there, look at all of the stuff going around the Cape. So I wonder if people are, rather than taking the shortcut, if they're taking the long way around. And, that's going to add a week to some of these journeys. So, coffee from Brazil should still be okay, but all the stuff we're getting from Europe and oil as well. But, coffee is the most important. You can see my bias here. So let's have a look at this article, everyone. And there you go, still stuck. So countries around the world are on the verge of losing key goods if the massive container ship, the Ever Given, stays lodged in the banks of the Suez Canal. An attempt to refloat the megaship blocking the Egyptian canal failed yesterday, the vessel's manager says, as companies continue to reroute services away from the vital shipping lane around Africa. The MV Ever Given, which is longer than 4 football fields, has been wedged diagonally across the entire canal since Tuesday, shutting the waterway in both directions. Now, one thing to realize, with the canal, you've got to kind of like step in here and in here. The land is going down, so it's probably not that bad at this side. But there's only a part of it where you can actually drive up the middle, where it's shallow at either end. So there's a lot more to dig out than just the front that we're seeing exposed. So another attempt to refloat the vessel earlier today was not successful. The Singapore-based Bernhard Schutter Ship Management said in a statement. The blockage has caused a huge traffic jam for more than 200 ships at either end of the 193-kilometre-long canal, and major delays in the delivery of oil and other products. We can see here, I mean, there you go. According to Bloomberg, much of Europe could soon be without coffee, as container ships carrying the Robusta coffee, the type used in Nescafe and Moccona, stay waiting. Okay, so I think I might just go to Aldi and just stock up on a little bit of my coffee. Preppers have it right. For traders, they're going to scramble to supply their clients in Europe. Jan Luhmann, the founder of JL Coffee Consulting, told the publication. Resolving this is going to take a few days if we're lucky, but even so, a lot of damage has already been done. Raphael Hemelin, the head of logistics at Swiss coffee trader Sufana SA, said the industry was on the verge of collapse. Can roasters support 2 or 3 weeks of delays? Probably not, she said. I don't think they have the buffer stock they normally have. Around $10 billion worth of goods moves through the Suez Canal every day, with the blockage triggering export and import panic around the globe. BSM said the focus is now on dredging to remove sand and mud from around the port side of the vessel's bow. It said Smith Salvage, a Dutch firm that has worked on some of the most famous wrecks of recent years, confirmed there would be 2 additional tugs arriving by tomorrow to assist. There have been no reports of pollution or cargo damage, and initial investigations ruled out any mechanical or engine failure as a cause for the grounding, BSM said. Crews have been seen working throughout the night using a large dredging machine under floodlights, but the vessel, with gross tonnage of 219,000 and dead weight of 100,000, has yet to budge, forcing global shipping giant Maersk and Germans Hapag-Lloyd to look into rerouting around the southern tip of Africa. That is likely to cost several $100,000 in extra fuel, raising shipping costs by 15 to 20%, according to Palman Natskov, an expert at vessel value. Well, there you go, guys. We're going to have even more of an increase in shipping costs, another 15 to 20% increase. Egypt's Suez Canal Authority said the megaship veered off course and ran aground when winds reaching 40 knots whipped up a sandstorm that affected visibility. BSM also said the initial investigation suggests the vessel grounded due to strong winds. Data indicated 213 vessels are now stalled at either end of the canal, which links the Mediterranean and the Red Sea. The blockage was holding up an estimated $9.6 billion worth of cargo each day between Asia and Europe, it said. Shipping experts Rose George said it was inevitable. There's going to be some knock-on costs of FX for customers around the world, but casts out on the explanation that gusts of wind caused the ship's grounding. I don't know if that's true. I do know that more than 2/3 of marine accidents are due to human error, she told AFP in London. So fears of weeks-long blockage. The canal authorities have said between 15,000 and 20,000 cubic meters of sand would have to be removed in order to reach a depth of 12 to 16 meters and refloat the ship. If those efforts fail, salvage teams will look to unload some of Ever Given's cargo and take advantage of the spring high tide due to start on Sunday night to move the vessel. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi's seaport advisor, Mohab Mamesh, who oversaw the recent expansion of the waterway, told AFP late Thursday that maritime navigation will resume again within 42 to 72 hours maximum. I mean, there you go. Look, they're doing everything they can to get it out. Salvage experts have already warned the shutdown could last days or even weeks, however. Turkey on Friday offered to send a tugboat to help Egypt free the Panama flag vessel as it pressed on with its bid to mend ties with regional rivals. The United States also said it was ready to send support, including a team of U.S. Navy experts. Crude prices jumped by almost 6% Wednesday in response to the canal blockage, but they tumbled on Thursday at one point, completely wiping out the gains. So let's have a look here at trading economics, guys, and let's see how coffee is going at the moment. Let's have a look here. What do we have? Agricultural, cheese, milk, rubber, coffee up 2 point. There you go. 0.55% since the beginning of the year, but definitely a spike up there in the last day. So there we have it, guys. Europeans may soon be running out of their coffee. What do you reckon? Are you stocked up? Do you think we need to worry about it here in Australia, or, well, the ramifications of some of the exports that Australia is sending out? As always, thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and enjoy the content I create here, there are a few ways you can support us. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.